The evening had started peacefully. I was sitting on my porch, watching my German shepherd, Max, trot happily along the yard. He wasn't just my dog, he was my service animal. Trained for years, Max could detect early warning signs of my medical condition and had saved me more than once. To me, he wasn't just a pet. He was my lifeline. But apparently, to the Homeowners Association, Max was an unapproved breed. I first noticed something was wrong when I saw the pink slip taped to my mailbox. Notice of violation, unauthorized animal. My heart sank. I knew exactly where this was coming from, the HOA president, Karen Milford. She had never liked Max too big, too intimidating, she always said. The next morning, I heard the click of heels on my driveway. There she was, Karen, armed with her clipboard like it was a weapon. "You need to remove that animal immediately," she snapped. "German Shepherds are on the restricted breeds list. They're aggressive, dangerous, and not allowed in this neighborhood." I stood up, already feeling my blood pressure rise. Max isn't just a pet. He's my service dog. Which means he's legally protected under the ADA. Karen scoffed, rolling her eyes. "Oh, please. Everyone says that. You can buy one of those fake vests on Amazon. I've already filed the paperwork to fine you $200 a day until the dog is gone." That's when Max, sensing my agitation, calmly walked to my side and sat at attention. He wasn't barking. He wasn't lunging. He was calm and disciplined. But Karen recoiled dramatically, clutching her pearls like she was under attack. By the end of the week, I'd received 3 violation slips and 1 threatening letter demanding that Max be removed from the premises. Karen even went so far as to send an email to the HOA board claiming Max was a public safety hazard. But I wasn't about to back down. I dug out Max's service certification, my doctor's official documentation, and even the training papers. Service animals, by federal law, are not subject to HOA breed restrictions. I emailed copies of everything to the HOA. I thought that would be the end of it. I was wrong. One afternoon, I came home from work and froze. My gate was open. Max was sitting obediently in the yard, but something was off, he wasn't wagging his tail. Then I saw the note taped to the fence. "Consider this your final warning. The animal will be removed if you don't comply." Karen had entered my property. I called the police immediately. Trespassing was one thing, but threatening to remove my service animal? That was beyond harassment. The responding officer took my statement seriously. He even knelt to scratch Max's ears and said, "He's one of the calmest service dogs I've seen. You're well within your rights." Still, Karen wasn't done. The HOA called an emergency meeting to address community safety concerns. I knew what that meant. Karen wanted a public spectacle. The clubhouse was packed. Karen stood at the front, waving her clipboard. "Neighbors, we cannot allow dangerous animals in our community. This dog is a liability. If we let one in, what's next? Pit bulls? Wolves?" Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Some nodded, but others looked uncomfortable. I stood up, Max at my side, wearing his service vest. I spoke clearly. "This is Max. He is a trained service animal, federally protected under the Americans with Disabilities Act. What Karen is doing, these fines, these threats, even trespassing, isn't just harassment. It's illegal discrimination." Gasps filled the room. I held up the documentation. "Every attempt she's made to remove Max has violated state and federal law. If this harassment continues, I'll have no choice but to escalate this legally." Karen turned red, sputtering. "That's ridiculous. I was protecting the community." But the board members looked uneasy. One of them finally said, "Karen, if this is true, we could all be held liable. Within days, the board issued me a formal apology and confirmed Max was allowed to remain with me, free of restrictions. They quietly rescinded the fines and, though they wouldn't say it outright, it was clear Karen's influence was slipping. Rumor spread quickly that she was being reviewed for her conduct. Neighbors who once sided with her began avoiding her. As for me, I kept walking Max proudly through the neighborhood, his vest gleaming in the sun. Sometimes Karen would glare from her window, but she never said another word. Max, loyal as ever, didn't care about politics or power struggles. He only cared about keeping me safe. And in the end, it was Max, the dog Karen tried to take away, who exposed her as the bully she really was.